But moving on to our last discussion topic, speaking about a guy who did exactly what they said he did, most likely as well. And that is Cleveland Browns football legend, maybe the best player ever to put on the brown and orange, quite literally in terms of an athlete. And yes, we are talking about Flash Josh Gordon, the legend himself. So, just to give you guys a little bit of background on Flash Gordon, he is currently 34 years of age. Isn't that crazy? I feel like he is so much older.
Mm-hmm.
Had a really long NFL career. Started right when he was about 21, 22. Retired when he was 31, so he was about in the NFL for about 10 seasons. Jumped around to a couple teams. Why? Because the man could not
stay off the weed.
He couldn't stay off the weed and alcohol and other things, unfortunately.
Yeah,
I
he
think
was
the
an addict.
case. But just to go back to his career a little bit, Josh Gordon in his second season. So this guy's about 22 years of age, 6'3", weighs 224, runs 4.52, freak athlete, straight muscle, so strong he probably never even had to work out a day in his life. 87 receptions, over 1,600 yards and 9 touchdowns in 14 games for the awful Cleveland Browns with no quarterback. Yeah. So think about this: 1,600 yards in 14 games at 22 for the Cleveland Browns.
Leading the NFL.
He had what?
Not
of course he led in the NFL.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, that's one of the best seasons, wide receiver seasons of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Wheaton then, the quarterback? Wheaton, Hoyer. Like,
it was probably
I think
everyone.
it
It was
was
probably
before.
everyone you could think of.
Yeah, I was about to say, he probably had like 10 different Browns
Yeah,
quarterbacks.
he probably had a few. But.
And he comes back, and we find out years later that this guy was high or drunk at every single game he played. They asked him what his pregame routine was. He would drink and smoke weed before every single football game, and then he would go and had one of the best seasons of all time.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I don't think we're realizing what we're looking at here. This is the John Jones of the National Football League, only they took the drug test more serious and, like, actually banned the people after. That's like what Josh Gordon is. He's like John Jones, dude.
He really is. He wouldn't just drink before the games. He said in an interview he would either chug vodka, gin, or whiskey. Chug it. He wouldn't be taking shots. He would chug it from out of the hatch.
To calm his nerves. That's what you say, to calm his nerves.
Right before the game.
That's what they all say when they have a problem, is to calm his nerves.
Dude, but it's like, to be able to be under that influence and then put up the numbers like that is just so absurd. And then I did a little bit of diving on this guy. I go, okay, what is Josh Gordon like as a child? What did he grow up in to make this man be comfortable doing that, on this scale? So apparently, he did not grow up in the best environment, was the most talented dude ever, super jacked, all that stuff. And the coaches would just sort of let him get past everything because he was so talented.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't able to go to a lot of the colleges in the state of Texas, so he had to end up going to Baylor. And they ended up giving him a scholarship. Again, just handing him things, but they know he's a big troublemaker. Goes to college, ends up being a basically full-time drug dealer while he's in college. I'm pretty sure it was weed.
Yeah.
And he goes on record and said he was making $10,000 a month in college just selling weed.
Dude, the guy's a savage.
While he's the best player on the team.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, like, he's probably a local celebrity at Baylor. He's
That's probably why I made
6'3",
that much.
225. Like, he stands out. I don't think you can just hide
Yeah.
selling being a full-time drug dealer at the same time. It is just it baffles me. It absolutely baffles me that he just kept doing these things.
Do you know why he got kicked out of Baylor?
Why did he get kicked out?
So he was at Taco Bell with one of his teammates. They were going through the drive-thru, right? And he fell asleep with his car on, and so did his friend. They both fell asleep
At
in
the drive-thru?
In the drive-thru of Taco Bell. So Taco Bell calls the cops.
What?
The cops come, and they bang on the window, wake him up, roll down the window, and it just reeks of weed. He had so much weed on him. And that's how he got kicked out of Baylor.
He fell asleep in a drive-thru?
He fell asleep in a Taco Bell drive-thru.
Dude, that alone is hilarious. And then the second factor that, like, your boy fell asleep with you.
Yeah, it was a teammate, too.
They both fell asleep in the car?
His name was Willie Jefferson.
So Willie Jefferson probably
Yeah.
got some fucking stories from
Dude.
college. Willie Jefferson, we'd love to have you on the podcast.
Please.
We'd love to ask you
Yeah, if you're seeing
questions.
this, Willie.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
Dude, what?
Yeah.
The stories never end with this dude.
Mhm.
When he was in Cleveland too, he was roommates with Johnny Manziel. Like while he was already like post suspended, and it's like, all right, we need to get you on the right track.
Room with the quarterback.
Room with the quarterback. He's a great guy. You know, I'm sure he'll keep you
Yeah.
straight. And now you just have a party partner with the like. What type of organization is Cleveland run, man? How did they not see these things coming as well?
I get it. I mean, if your quarterback is like Tom Brady, but like Johnny Manziel, you know he's a partier. You know Josh is a partier. Like, how is that going to end well?
Oh, it's hilarious. It's so good. Do you guys think that Josh Gordon realistically could have been like the GOAT wide receiver?
Yeah, I do. For sure.
I think this guy's talent
Could
is
have been.
like second to like Megatron or like a
Yeah.
Julio Jones. Like I think he is that level of athlete and just natural capabilities. If he would have taken it serious, like who knows?
And he had nobody's throwing him the ball, and he was doing that.
Oh my gosh,
Not
he had
nobody's when you're an NFL quarterback, but you're
No,
not.
no, they were
like,
nobodies.
He went to the Patriots and had Tom Brady thrown to him at a point, didn't he?
Yeah, but he
That was way
wasn't
later.
the same guy
yeah,
then. He was
after
sort of done
rehab and
the
everything.
confidence and the rehab. You're not the same type of guy.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, it's so nuts.
I want to
was a
tell
dog.
one more story. When Josh Gordon was 17 years old, he was doing a drug deal, right? And he went to this apartment building, and they told him to just like walk into the building and walk into the apartment. So he walks in, he's by himself, and he talks about this in an interview. He says he's getting like bad vibes when he's like walking
Ooh.
in.
Flash vibes.
So he walks in, right? And then this guy pulls out an AK-47 and starts spraying at him. And he sprinted out of there and got out of the way. He was 17 years old, trying to do a drug deal.
He sprayed an AK-47.
AK-47. He got shot at by an AK-47 when he was 17.
And outran it.
And outran it. Didn't get hit.
What?
Isn't that unbelievable?
I don't even know.
By
like,
Brad's face, it does look pretty unbelievable.
I don't even know
That's
what
a
to
real
think of
story,
that.
dude.
An AK-47.
AK-47.
What was he just like telling the story? He was like smoking a joint, all calm and stuff. Like
Some interview with like a news network.
I've
or
never
something.
heard that before,
Yeah.
dude. Gosh, Josh, dude. Oh my god.
There's so many.
Can we make a documentary of just like that couple month period that Johnny Manziel lived with Josh Gordon? Like, what did they do? What do you think they did?
I would love to know.
How many
Dude.
hookers were put in that apartment?
Dude, how much? Oh, dude, they were probably going crazy. They were probably going crazy. I couldn't even imagine what those guys are doing. I remember there was one video of them like partying together, and it went like viral, and it was so funny. And we were just like, "Oh, there goes Cleveland's done." Like,
We're over.
Yeah,
Saw it on
we're
the
not coming
news.
back.
yeah,
Yes.
I remember seeing that. They were in like a basement. There was like a pool table and stuff like that. I'll never forget it. But all right, that concludes our Josh Gordon discussion.